Namaste. This meditation, we're going to rest in the presence of I. So, as we begin this meditation, we're going to call to mind the three commitments: to be still, to rest in the stillness of the breath, and always compassionately return to the stillness of your breath. We're using these three commitments to begin this meditation just as a way of coming into the present moment. We're committing to being still, right here, right now, to not moving within the body, within your mind, within your spirit, committing to being present. And then we are committing to rest in the stillness of the breath, down within the lower part of the belly. As we begin this meditation, let's rest in that stillness of the breath, down within the lower part of your belly. This is a means to begin the meditation, a means to gather your attention within this present moment. And always remember the last commitment. If you get lost in the mind, always compassionately return to the silence of your breath. The breath is fluid, and our common idea of stillness is static. But our experience always transcends how we describe that experience. When we are present to the breath, we begin to feel an atmosphere of stillness in and around the breath. And so often, our experiences contain a very deep paradox. Within the fluidity of movement, when it is experienced without any resistance whatsoever, that movement has a major quality of stillness. And in this context, stillness is experienced as the complete absence of resistance. And whenever resistance is absent, we feel a kind of fluid stillness in our own experience. So begin to allow the breath to anchor your attention into this present moment. Allow awareness to transfer out of the thinking process and down within your lower part of your belly, down into your breath. Start to feel that stillness that begins to arise within your experience as rest. Let the body find its sense of ease. Let the body find its sense of alert relaxation. And always remember that the breath will always be with you within any meditation. If you get confused, or begin to get lost, or begin to experience anything that makes you feel challenges, the breath is always there for you for an anchor. The breath is always there for you as a resource. It will begin to open you back to a stillness, a resource of peace. So your breath is always there. It will always be a refuge for you. Now in this meditation, what you want to do is start to say the word I. And we say this word 1,000 times per day. I want this. I want that. I am this. I am that. I like. I don't like. And we refer to ourselves using this word I many, many, many times on any given day. And in this meditation, we're going to meditate on the deeper reality of the I, the deeper reality of you. So as I said, we usually say I, and then what we want, what we think, and what we desire. But we're going to return to the simplicity of the I. The I before a definition. The I before a judgment. Before an opinion. Before good or bad, or right or wrong. Even I before being male or female. The I before nationality. Just the simplicity of I. So, in your mind, just say I, and then feel the state of quietness that ensues. Just say I. And what you're doing is you're beginning to experience the pure I. The I without the mind's definition. Because the mind's opinion and definition changes all the time. The age of this I changes. I was 10. I was 20. I was 40. And I was 7. But what we are really looking at is something more fundamental. What is the nature of this I before and prior to all definitions? We won't find reality in the mind. Probably even a lifetime of defining yourself by the I, by the mind. Something you learn and you were taught to do. So you get lost in the judgments, the definitions and opinions of yourself. But all of that is created in the mind. It is a falsity. It is not who or what we are. It is not who you are. The reason you can know that none of these definitions are true is because you exist prior to any definition. Your mind goes completely silent and you're not having thoughts, judgments, or definitions about yourself. You are just stillness. You are still. And whatever you are still exists, whether you are thinking or not. So as we continue this meditation, we're going to go back to the simplicity of I, to the presence of I. So you just say I, and feel the expansive openness that this reveals. In your mind, just say I, and sit in silence. Say I. If you have never done this type of meditation, it might be confusing because we're so used to defining ourselves, our sense of being, our sense of who we are in the mind. But we are not simply our mind. Prior to the mind is the pureness of I. And that pureness is the I without definition. So on your out breath, when you breathe out, just say I and rest in that stillness. Rest in that presence. Rest in the nothingness of the I. As you're breathing in, on the out breath in your mind, I. Just say I. Start to begin to feel and sense into that silent presence, naturally with awareness of the body. Notice how you do not have to make any effort to be aware. Notice how awareness is already completely present. It is here within what I am saying. It's here within your feelings. Noticing that when you just say I and directly experience what comes next, that I reveals itself to be a silent presence within your experience. Naturally and spontaneously aware, conscious. Just say I. So we are focused on your breathing underneath the mental level of the mind, feeling your body right here at this moment. We're finding out what I really is. I as an aware presence. And so sometimes you can turn this meditation into a rhythm. We say I on either the in-breath or the out-breath and feel the felt sense of I with 2 silent out-breaths. And then repeat I and rest for 2 more silent breaths. Always within this aware presence that reveals itself. And just keep on with that rhythm. So the in-breath, say I. And then your out-breath. And then do 2 silent breaths. And then on that third breath, say I within your mind. Not analyzing, not thinking, just the simplicity of the practice. You're committing to the I to find your I am. And you're starting to begin to experience in your own direct experience that this I that we believe every day is way deeper than we ever imagined. we start to experience that this I is much deeper than being something or someone. The I am. That is I, the presence of I has been there all along. As far back as you can remember, this aware presence has always been. At any age, it has been the same. The presence of I. So you're feeling into the sense of I. Feeling into the sense of aware presence that opens up right after you say the word I. Silently. Aware. With presence. I. Just say I. Now to bring this meditation to a close, start to bring yourself back to your breath for a moment. Begin to let your experience ground itself into the breath down within the lower part of the belly. And let that aware presence ground itself into the belly and into the body. And as always, may all humanity be happy. May all humanity be at peace. And may all humanity be free. Thank you so much for meditating with Just Be Mindful. Namaste.